Welcome back to week 6 of our Creative Collab Crew Challenges. I'm Emily Kimmy with EMK Creations, and this week we chose another color challenge. We are using Pretty in Pink, Moody Mauve, and Smoky Slate, which I've got my blends here that you're going to see me use. I also, for this card, pulled in Soft Sea Foam and Daffodil Delight, just because I needed a couple extra colors for my flowers. So showing off obviously this color combo, and we're really hoping that you will also take our challenge and try something with these colors and show us what you've made. But I chose to use the new mixed media suite. There's the mixed florals and the mixed labels. Both of them are pretty awesome. I love all of these for coloring, which is exactly what I did. I also chose to use the Everyday Arch dies. If you have not gotten these, they need to be a staple in your collection because I'm using them a lot. So many different things you can do with them. And you can kind of think outside the box. I mean, seriously, the possibilities are limitless with those. So I'm going to walk you through how I made this card. To start with, I will walk you through how I use blends and do coloring. I think everybody seems to, well, no, I should say everyone has their own way of doing it, and there's multiple ways. I tend to do dark to light, and others do the opposite, or they go back and forth more often than I do. So I'm just going to walk you through my way, and then you can experiment and see which way you like best. All right, so I've got my image there. I use my Memento black ink, which is currently still out of stock, but is coming back. But it is awesome ink because you can use these alcohol markers and not worry about it bleeding. So like I said, I have my colors here, my Moody Mauve, and I'm gonna start with my dark. So I use the dark and I put it near lines. So you'll see I'll do the top there too with the yellow, and I'll show you kind of where I put it there. But I go near the edges, and then I come back with my light. And again, the name says it all, blends. If you go over it, you'll notice if I keep going over the dark area, it starts to literally blend together. That's the difference with alcohol markers versus like, you know, your standard school markers that you might have used. They tend to leave lines, whereas the alcohol markers will blend together. They also will bleed, so you want to stay inside the lines. You don't want to get too close to the lines or they will go outside of the line on you. But you just kind of go back and forth, and like I said, the more you go over it, the darker and the more color it's going to add. Do you see how it's starting to add more color there but staying lighter inside? So again, when I go to do the yellow, I'm going to take the dark and I'm going to use it where those dots are, where it would already kind of have more color to it. And then I'm going to go back over it with my light, and you'll notice that it stays darker in that area. So I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do all of my coloring. I went ahead and got one done and cut it out. I did use, the other nice thing about this particular set is there are dies that will cut these out, so no fussy cutting needed. I have this piece here. I then used the eyelet 3D embossing folder for a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 Smoky Slate to go right on top of my card base. I did tone on tone for this, so I'll just get my base done here, use my bone folder, and then I'm going to add this. The other things I'm going to kind of walk you through using the arch dies. I've got some different ideas on how I suggest you do it. Definitely lining them up and using some washi tape on them to keep them in place, or some other kind of low-tack tape. But you can put them together. All right, so there we go. And then I layered these. So I went ahead and cut these out so I could show them to you. You'll notice that there are 2 different things. So this is what I'm going to show you. You can take them and layer them depending on how thick you want the difference to be. These 2 together would make it this thin. This one and this one with that space in between would give you this. So you can actually, you could run all of these through your die, through your cutting and emboss machine, all of them at once, and get all those different ones this thin. So it's really nice that they do nest together this way, and so you can run them through together. You're not having to do, you know, like your bigger one and then put it down and then cut out the inside. You can do them all at once. So I did it so that these are going to line up and layer like that, but you are going to see, the way I did it, a thicker line here than you do in between those. So again, just experiment with them. See all the different ways that you can mix and match. It is a lot of fun to use them, a lot of fun to use these mixed media. I will say the mixed labels, again, you've got all these great sayings that come with it, and then you do have some nice label dies too. So that's how that all works together. So I hope you'll accept our challenge and see what you can make with these colors this week. Share them on any of our posts, and we're gonna share on our social medias, on our YouTube channel. We're going to do a blog post with more information, so we just hope you follow along and let us know what you think. Thanks.